It's the 5th of January 2012 now, a few days after the last video. Everything's growing well. We're taking time-lapse photography. We've got the Canna Run, which is here, and we've got Palermo, and then we've got Block Red California 22, and then 22 Palermo, and then here we've got the gold label and the same. You can see the slight change of colour from here, about 22 plants, and it gets darker, different type of plant. Everything's going great. We're still working the plants, turning the water on for a few hours and then turning it off, but all in all everything's growing fine. I'll just run you down the aisles. So as I said earlier, we've got 16mm, where are we, 16mm pipe here, and then reduced with the 16 to 6mm T connectors to the aqua valve. You can see all this little powder everywhere. This is where they introduce the insects, and then they introduce the preying insects. So what they do, they introduce the plant, the insect that feeds on the plant, and then they introduce the insect or the predator that feeds on the insect, and to keep a happy balance within the nursery. But everything's growing well. They're starting to flower. You can see what they do here is they get a stem and they allow it to break into 3. So you've got a head there, and a head there, and they'll tie these up on the strings. They're just putting the strings up here, you can see them. And the next time I come, in the next 10 days, they'll have them all strung up, and they'll choose 3 heads on each plant, and they'll chase them up the strings. You can see they're putting them up on the ladders here. See the guy up there, they're going to string them up in a while. So, all looking really healthy. Doesn't seem to be a great deal of difference between the Canna and gold label at the moment. Me personally, I don't know, I would probably say, if I was a betting man, I don't know, probably just me, I was going to say that the gold label was looking better, but then I look at certain plants, so I think they're pretty even. There's not much difference between either of the cocos. They're all looking nice and healthy. Gary's happy with what what's growing at the moment, so as long as Gary's happy, I'm happy. And then at the end we've got the 2 trials within a trial, where we've got the let me bring it down here. They've got just literally rock wool cube in a cut-out polystyrene in a tray, in the 2-pot tray. So literally just water, no substrate, just this as the substrate. And then what happens, if I pull that up there, you've just got this. So there's a big void in here, and then that just sits in the tray below there. If I turn that upside down, you can see where the water will go through the bottom. There'll just be lots of roots forming in there. I wonder if I can actually turn it upside down and see any roots. Let's have a look. This is the last time I'll be able to do this because I'll be tied to strings. No, you can't see anything in there, but there'll be roots forming in there. We'll at the end of the season we'll take it out and we'll show you. You can just see the aqua valve in the corner there. So that's literally it. Just water, plain old water, mixed with Gary's feed, and the plants seem to be growing quite well, comparative to anything else that I can see in front of me or on the nursery. I mean, there's millions of the things here. You can see them all. All rock wool drip irrigation run to waste. Easy method, commonly used in commercial nurseries. And then we've got our little trial, 44 plants of each, here and here. Gary's got runs of 44 here, so we're going to see what we can produce in comparison with Gary's setup. But no, looking good, I'm happy. We've got the video link here. If I turn around here, you can see the video camera and the infrared, so we can video it at night. But no, all very good. Just going to put the strings up again on this row. But looking nice and healthy. Heads are breaking, so you can see here. So you'll have a head here, and a head here. So they'll tie the 3 heads, and the heads will run up strings. Completely different to the way people grow peppers at home. They let them grow in a bush. Here, they grow them up strings, and they'll be, you can see how high the strings are. Strings probably 14 foot tall, 12, 14 foot to the wire up here, to the wire just up here. And three heads per plant. So all in all, very good, all working well. So I'm quite happy. We'll pop back in about a week, 10 days time, see how we're going again. All the plants will be strung up by then. You can see all the strings, they're all about to be tied up, so the guys will come in and tie up in this nursery, or this greenhouse and the other greenhouses. They'll all be tied up, so you'll have 250,000 plants tied up and ready to run up the strings. But no, everything's looking great. I'm really happy. I'm going to monitor everything and put the results on the website for everybody to see. So I'll see you shortly. Take care. Bye bye.